3.
Hey guys, it's Eric again. This is the next part of the video I'd mentioned in the one before about the rigging your own little tube or whatever pin to set and learn to be, you know, a little more steadier handed. I got this hooked up, all this hooked up, but like you could take a power supply, just any little power supply, and it's hooked up. It's hooked up to the tube to that marker I told you about in the first video, the little surgical marker. And the grip is off the tube that I cut this, you know, where I cut almost kind of in half or something to add it to the tip of that and then tape it. I should have used electrical tape, but this is, you know, just for demonstration anyway for you guys. But like I said, if I hit this, see it's on. So you have that vibration and everything, right? So in this case, because it's a marker, I'd pull this off. That's the only reason I have this. Otherwise, another good pin, if you get a regular big pin, just the cheap regular ones, the cap's not on this one, but just a regular cheap big pin, they work really well because they're perfect length really. And I mean, look at this. And I mean, they really are, and they fit right through your machine, you know, with no problem. So you don't have to worry about trying to scratch them or file them down or whatever. So you know, the regular bigs, you can get them, you know, blue, red, or black, whatever. So this would be more ideal if you have a light box, like I mentioned in the first video. You could actually have an image printed or what have you. Like, here's just a picture. This is just it's printed from the computer. A blank piece of computer paper, printer paper, whatever. And you can just kind of tape this in place right here. This will help you with getting steady. Because see, doing it, you can still do this and do it using a pen or a marker or something like that that'll fit in your machine or whatever you want to do. It's just using this method with a light box, you're actually tracing over the image with it. And when you remove, of course, the top page that you're writing on, instead of just having to do it on the paper itself and trying to see if the lines look good looking through what's already there, you know, it's going to be kind of hard. So this, it's wide enough, and you can actually have it on. And you know, like I say, you want to run it to where, like, say if you're going to do a line in here to here, you know, and how you'd be fluent with it, you know, and you'd come down to it and just and stop, just like you would if you was doing ink, just like it. And then say if you was going to run this next line, you'd sit here and you'd get your spot and you would stay steady with it. And it'll practice you being really steady-handed. But you get my point. Okay. But anyway, once you do that and everything, let me see, where's my other paper? You end up with something like this. Okay? Because when you remove it off of there, you're going to have just your lines. So you're going to see how clean they look or how straight they are or whatever doing something like this, you know. And this is just printed. Anybody can find this on the web under tattoos or ideas or whatever. You'll see stuff like this you can just print out or whatever, kind of like a flash or whatever. But anyway, that's what you're gonna do, and practice that, and you'll see how nice lines you can actually get in practicing it and stuff like that. And that will help you because you're doing what you will. If you're tattooing, you're going to be using the machine, knowing when to stop, start, things like that. You're going to get used to the vibrations, the weight of the motors, or whatever. So whatever you're doing. I mean, if you want, you could even take another kind of marker, colored marker if you wanted, and you could even practice, you know, somewhat like a certain, like if you was using maybe a 9 or 11 round shade or something like that. Maybe do some little coloring in motions, you know, with something like that, you know. You could do that. That would help a lot too with your shading abilities or whatever. Practice that. But, you know, it's just a neat little trick I just wanted to tell you guys about. But it's as simple as if you took one of these pens, you know, you can buy anywhere. I get this tube right here out. You could just slide your grip. See, these pins will go right up in here. And then you can take a grip or whatever off of, you know, a tube. I have tons of them with needles, without needles, but just take a tube or the grip off of it, and it will fit, believe it or not, pretty perfect right up on here, real nice and snug, and won't move. So that'd be a good idea to simulate, you know, actually having something like this set up for real. Well, at least you have the pen, the marker, or whatever, and it running, you know, to get the idea. So I mean, I think that's a real good helpful tip there, to actually help you be a little more steady-handed and stuff like that. And then, you know, I'm gonna try and think up a couple other quick, smooth tips, something, you know, such as stuff like this, that will help you guys perfect, you know, not being heavy-handed and all that good stuff. We're fixing to do a few tattoos here soon that we're fixing to start recording. I said in a video or two before this. So we'll be showing you a bunch of tricks and little shading and whipping tricks and stuff like that to get, you know, 3 to 4 and 5 levels of, you know, black to a nice smooth fanned shaded, you know, light gray, you know, using gray washes. I'll show you guys how to mix those things, how you can use, I like to use the witch hazel. That's what I usually use when I'm making my own washes and stuff like that. And I use like a Kurosumi black, straight black. Just get a big bottle or something, 2-4 ounces or whatever, and get you, you know, your own little bottles or something. I've got this one right here actually, which it's about to there until I just shook it. You can't see now, but anyway, I have this set to like a good medium, but you could do a series of 3 or 4, and I'll show you how to kind of dilute them down enough each one, you know, which is pretty simple for anybody to figure out, but to just enough to where you could actually have your 3 or 4 shades in different bottles and maybe label them. So that'd be up to you. But all right, guys, be watching, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate it. And a lot more to come soon on videos every day, every other day. We're going to do a couple videos if possible. We maintain a few other channels too, so